Welcome to this interview with all three of you. Thanks for making this possible. Very interested in your answers. Guys, how are you feeling? Meme coins are exploding everywhere, and utility coins, projects who are really building utility with industry are suffering right now. How are you feeling about this?
Thanks for having us, first of all, Marco. It's really interesting question. And I do see like a lot of industry partners and other colleagues in this industry that are building projects that are based around utility, that there is frustration rising as some of the more slower moving companies in this space. They are not as shiny as meme coins, of course, and that also directly relates to us. But we do not let that influence how we work, how we progress at ONINO. As while the meme coins are pumping everywhere and everything is pushing and the attention of the general public is focused there, what we see is that the attention from the industry in regards to blockchain technology is also on the rise currently, and it's also maturing at a rapid pace. And this is what is interesting for us, building the right foundation, constantly improving on what we offer to our clients, and then also seeing the work flourish on their end at the end of the day, and also seeing that the education is improving much more on blockchain technology and what people can do with it. So we don't want to influence our everyday life too much by looking at the markets, but we basically draw our energy from seeing how our clients are happy and how they know even more day to day how they will be using blockchain technology, and the industry is maturing at a rapid pace. So that is a great outlook for us.
Thank you. And ONINO is developing more and more. You have a new primary use case for your infrastructure. You told about this yesterday in the community update. Can you tell a little bit more about this, please?
Yes, of course. On one hand, we're building partnerships, for example, with the Volksbank just recently. And on the other hand, with them and with many other industry clients, we've seen that there's rising interest in something we called marketplace for tokenized assets. So we have multiple customers from industries like the real estate industry, film, music industry, and many more that are asking to tokenize projects or tokenize assets, and to be able to offer them on marketplaces. And this is why we've decided to building on top of the foundation of our token sale framework and the tokenization framework to create essentially marketplaces for tokenized assets. And if you look at the use cases specifically, those could be, for example, tokenization of rights of music and film. You can even think about licensing of code. You can tokenize real estate, be it big or smaller buildings, and many different things. And this is very interesting. We've seen it from multiple industries, and this is why we're offering this specifically now. And I think Kai can give you a little more insights around the technology, because it's something we've already built, and it's built on top of the tokenization framework that we've had since almost a year now.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Alex, and also welcome from me. Thanks for having us, Marco. Yeah, Alex, as you said, there is a huge spectrum of different tokenization use cases, right? It's from real estate, film industry, whatsoever. We have a huge spectrum of potential clients who all have also different requirements, right? And for example, say one also wants to offer payments with that in a payment method with decent tokens. Some require other forms of tokens themselves than others. So like tokenization is definitely a broad field. And therefore also our tokenization customers have a lot of different requirements. So what we have been working on actually in the last weeks, and are currently also still working on, is just taking our tokenization platform that we have so far, that has been until up to date used for token sales and was working quite well. And we've been working on improving that and extending the feature set that it has, just so we can cover all of these fantastic and totally different tokenization use cases Alex just mentioned, simply with one platform. Yeah, in the future, our goal from a technological side is definitely to make that tokenization platform so modular and so customizable that we can basically, in theory, cover any tokenization use case out there, totally regardless of the requirements. So you could say what we are currently building in the background is, so to say, kind of the Shopify for tokenization, that makes it just as easy for everyone to launch their own tokenization project, whatever it will be, just as Shopify made it easy back then for everybody to launch their own e-commerce business.
Great progress, guys. what can we expect for the next weeks from you? Do you have any plans?
Yeah, definitely. So for the next weeks, we're definitely focusing on our second product, the ONINO Developer Platform, which is a toolkit that makes it easy for everyone to develop on our blockchain infrastructure and basically every blockchain infrastructure. Yeah, next to our tokenization platform, we have also been working hard on an update on the developer platform the last weeks. This is actually going to be released soon on the 22nd of July. This is also basically a major update that contains improvements that we have built based on our experiences and the feedback from our customers, from our users. We launched our first version in January, just to go out with the product and see how people like it, what they will actually need more, what of the existing features they will like most, so to say. And yeah, we have gathered all of that experiences now, all of that feedback, and built a fully new version, a fully updated version of the developer platform that basically has a broader feature set, that has an easier separation of the features, right? So for example, on one hand, we discovered that not all of our developer platforms users need all of the features. So we kind of separated them a bit more, just to basically be able to tackle a broader target group of developers with our platform. We have also completely reworked the user interface. Basically, we've worked together with a professional designer who basically created amazing designs for us that make the developer experience on the platform even better. Yeah, what I think personally is the most interesting, we're also introducing the ONINO API, which basically makes it super easy for you to interact with your smart contracts, right? To read data from them, write data into them via a simple API call, just like you would do it in any normal Web2 development project. And I think that, like, especially the ONINO API is definitely one feature that reduces the barrier of entry for especially Web2 companies into the blockchain space by giving them just as good as a developer experience as they are used to from existing and traditional technologies, so to say. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Currently in the last optimizations of the platform, the last finishing touches, and implementing the last smaller feedbacks that we gathered, and are preparing the last tests so that everything's running smoothly at launch. And yeah, definitely looking forward to it, and also happy to see what our community and our users think of the updated developer platform.
Awesome. So much in the pipeline for the next weeks. How do you see ONINO, and when everything is going as you plan it? How do you see ONINO in the next 2 years or 3 years?
But there's a lot coming up ahead on our roadmap for us, but the primary goal of us is to establish ONINO as a trusted partner and a trusted entity in the whole blockchain space that is especially trusted by companies that are yet to transfer from currently just being operating in the more traditional, how we call it, Web2 into Web3. Such as being a trusted provider for technology for anyone that wants to tokenize some kind of asset and create a new market, as that is what blockchain has done best in the last few years. A trusted partner to our banking partners, and also bringing together everything that we've been working on, our blockchain infrastructure, connecting it with our development platform to enable builders to create more efficiently, faster, and even create with more fun. And then last but not least, with our tokenization platform, our Shopify for tokenization, combining that together in one ecosystem where anyone can leverage more efficient infrastructure by creating faster and more meaningful applications. And that bringing all of these individual products together will ultimately establish us as one of the go-to providers for entering the blockchain space and entering Web3 as any industry company out there.
Especially thinking about the ecosystem side of things. On one hand, there will be the base ONINO blockchain that you know already, and there will be many subchains. You know that we're working on subchains for companies that are either private or public, and the private ones being as secure as the public ones, which is something that sets us apart. And this will create totally new markets. We believe that the future will be multi-chain and that many use cases will make sense on subchains. For example, specific tokenization subchains, specific subchains for companies that really need the reliance and the speed. So there will be a multitude of subchains working together, working in unison, and forming the ONINO ecosystem with the tokenization platform, tokenized marketplaces, the developer platform to build on top of the ONINO blockchain. And this, in turn, builds the full ONINO ecosystem we're thinking about today. We're working about today, and we're working on it step by step, going to this direction. And it is a huge vision, but I'm totally convinced it will be there. and the ONINO blockchain future will be big.
Thank you so much. Great final words. So thank you very much for having this interview with me, and have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
Marco.
See you soon.
Thanks for having us, Marco. See you soon.
Thank you very much. Yes.